Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Big Blue Recap, a show where I'll be analyzing and criticizing and scrutinizing all things Giants. And today, I'm going to be talking about Joe Schoen's press conference. Now, a lot of this is just pre draft jargon or smoke screens where you're not going to get any information, especially about a big board. But there were a few things that I found to be interesting. I believe it was Patrina who asked about the COVID year and how age factors into an evaluation. This is something that I've been wondering because it's not only Hendon Hooker that's 25 years old. You have Keon White out of Georgia Tech, who's 24. You've got John Michael Schmitz, who's 24. Will Levis is going to be 24 by the time training camp rolls around. These aren't day three prospects from small schools. These are early to mid round players. And I really like what Joe Schoen said because it matters what position you take. A 24 to 25 year old rookie running back with a lot of tread on the tires is a heck of a lot different than a 24-year-old quarterback or a 24-year-old center. So you really have to take it position by position and also how much playing time they've had over the years. This is a weird draft class and a very old draft class. He also spoke about Wink Martindale's effect on drafting players to fit a scheme and how they've gotten more used to that this time around in regards to the evaluation process. He kind of retracted a little bit by saying that Wink could get a head coaching job soon, next year, so they have to sort of find a balance. And I love Wink. I don't think he'll be leaving us even after the season ends. But I do think they should focus on scheme diverse players. Just because they draft, let's say, a top-rated cornerback for Wink's defense. It's a very important position. He really needs a solid core of corners, specifically a strong number one, because his defense is based around manufacturing pressure. But what defense couldn't use a strong number one corner, right? Does that mean if they take a corner in the first or second round, that player won't fit in another defense? Of course not. And the days of a 3-4, 4-3, they're kind of going the way of the dinosaur. However, you look at Dexter Lawrence, who was cursed with playing under James Betcher and Patrick Graham the first few years of his career. And while he was solid, he was not spectacular. It wasn't until Wink got his hands on him and played Dex at his natural position where he truly became the player that he is today. So is Dex a scheme-specific player? It's worth questioning, right? Speaking of Dexter Lawrence, there were a few questions in regards to his contract extension, and Joe Schoen seemed to have a positive outlook. He said that he's spoken with Dex and Dex's people and that they're working things out, but also said multiple times that they just want to get through the draft. So I don't think that we're going to get news on a contract extension within the next week. Conversely, when he was asked about Saquon, his face turned to stone. He said nothing has changed since the owners' meeting and that he hasn't talked to Saquon in 3 weeks. Any questions, he said, you'll have to ask him. Is that a good thing? There seems to be very little interest in extending Saquon anymore. But you can tell that someone's feelings are hurt. Either Barkley for the lack of another offer, or Joe Schoen for initially giving him an offer that Saquon rejected. He was also asked about drafting a new running back, and Joe didn't even blink when saying he'd take another running back even in round one. So is Bijan Robinson in play at 25? Will Joe pull the trigger? I don't think so. He talks about positional value so much, and as I've been saying on this channel, running backs are turning into a dime a dozen position. It's frankly refreshing to see and hear our general manager is standing strong less than 1 week until the draft. I'll be doing a mock draft, both of who the Giants will take with all 10 of their picks, and I'm not going to do trades. Anytime you do those mock draft simulators, the trades are always so unrealistic. I'll also do another mock draft of just the first round and do all 31 picks. Obviously, it should be 32, but the Dolphins had to forfeit their pick because they're sketchy. So just stay tuned for those mock drafts. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more Giants and NFL draft content.